So if you took a look on my channel right now, you would probably see that the videos, The Underwhelming Final Battle, and The Return of Sergeant Picklehead has a 10-month gap between the two. And I'm sure some of you, especially if you're new, might be thinking, Robert, what the hell were you doing in those 10 months? Oh right, nothing, because you are a lazy, useless piece of crap. However, I will say I was doing something during those 10 months. I think that's just kind of the best word for it, is something. This video is mostly targeted towards subscribers who've been watching my channel during those 10 months, you know, the real fans. However, if you're a new subscriber, I'd still recommend sticking around and watching this video, especially if you want to learn more about me as a person and just my channel and its history, because oh boy, it's been a ride. And the reason that is because very rarely do I break character like this, especially on camera, but also off camera at times, because, you know, I always try and portray myself as, you know, either like a funny guy or an idiot or someone who really loves reptiles. However, that's not what this video is about. This video is about my failures. So I guess the best way to start this is the beginning. The date was December 14th. I had just finished filming the first ever episode of my horror series, or whatever it was supposed to be. I don't even know. It doesn't have a name officially because we were just running with the channel name. You know, just Sergeant Picklehead, that's what it was referred to as, at least by me. But anyways, I had just uploaded it, not knowing how it was going to do and how it was going to be received. But to my surprise, the next day, some of my friends who watch my channel came up to me intrigued about the whole thing. And that kind of motivated me to push on and make this story a little more expansive. I had an idea for the story at the time, however, I wasn't sure how far I was going to go with it, but as you saw later on in the series, if you go back and watch it, it becomes more and more expansive after I become more and more, I guess, ambitious. However, it always had the same central idea of the main character, Robert, getting involved with something that's much bigger than himself, that ends up being dangerous to him and his friends, and he has to overcome all of these different challenges that come up in his life with just these new dangers that have started following him. It's kind of hard to explain in verbally, but if you watch just a little bit of the series, then you can probably get what I'm trying to talk about. But that's how it started. It started off very small scale, but near the end it started to grow a little out of at least my abilities to really keep it going efficiently. And that is because I became too ambitious. Like I said, the story got really ambitious. I needed more people to do certain videos. There was only a few people I could actually rely on to help me, and that were my friends Graham, Ethan, Reed, and Alex. If, you know, Alex was down here or I went back up to my old town. And that was about it. Because every time I wanted to get someone to help me, they would always end up backing out last second or something like that, and it just got to the point where there was just such a long gap between videos that I started to lose interest, and that's when I ended the series. Now, when I describe the series like that, it sounds like the whole thing was a massive train wreck that blew up in my face, and sure, it kinda did blow up in my face at certain points, especially near the end. It wasn't always like that. I was very into the series, and it's kinda crazy to think about that it's only been 1 year since I, you know, started it, and I'm making this video now. And it doesn't sound like a lot of time in the long run, but it's crazy to think that I changed so much from the day I started to right now. Like, as a person and as a content creator. Because when I started this, I was really into creating a web series, like a serious horror, ARG, whatever you want to call it. I wanted to do it. I just wanted to try it at least once, even if it was bad, even if it turned out like Sergeant Picklehead. I just wanted to try it. But now I've kind of gone back to my roots and I'm like, hey, I want to create funny videos, and I also want to create videos about my animals and reptiles and wanting to educate people on how to care about them, and I don't want to do this anymore. But like I said during the beginning, the series definitely did have a lot of ups. I was very well motivated, especially when people thought it was real at first. I mean, after a while they could tell that it was just a series, but at first there were some moments where people were legitimately coming up to me and asking, hey, did someone actually break into your house? Or, hey, are you being stalked? And I wouldn't know how to respond because I could say yes and freak them out, but I could say no and diffuse the situation and explain to them that was just a series, and I went with option B because I didn't want to deal with that. But now that I think about it, there was one particular video known as the New Year's incident that really freaked out a couple of people. And I guess that's why that's one of my favorite episodes looking back, just because of everything that happens because of it. A lot of the people who watched it actually thought it was real and were scared by it, which kind of surprised me, but also really, again, motivated me to do more. And like I said, near the end, you could tell it's just a series. It's just me putting on a show for everyone. But I enjoyed it while it went on. And eventually a couple of my friends who liked filming with me, like Graham, Reed, and Alex, and Ethan, all started getting into the series. They all started playing characters. The series has a lot of characters, but they were all played by the 5 of us. And that's how it was. From beginning to end, it was just the 5 of us making this. I wanted to get more people involved, but I couldn't. And that was one of the things that eventually led to the downfall and led to me losing my ambition. But again, that's not the only thing. I'm not playing the blame game. It's also because my motivations ended up changing and I wanted to do something different. I didn't want to have to keep pushing myself to do something I didn't want to do, because that's not good for me. And I wanted to start off from a clean slate if I was gonna begin again, because my channel already had 500 subscribers at the time. I was not about to just go onto my second channel, which only has 30, and try and build that one up. It took me long enough to just get to 500 here, and I don't want to go through that again. So that's when I decided just to drop the series and keep doing what I was doing earlier, because that was what was successful, and that's what I liked. It's what I like now. Who knows, maybe I want to do it again. You know, with better writing, more people willing to participate, and just less inside factors to completely destroy it. However, I do want to bring something up. One of my friends, Graham, who was a huge part of the series, and is definitely one of my best friends, took it upon himself to edit the entire series into one movie, which I watched it and it was actually not that bad, and the ending that I left it on after he explained it a bit was actually not that bad. It was really good, in my opinion. So that'll probably be up as soon as he's done with it. I'm not sure when it will be. I'm not sure if it'll be on this channel or on Cynical Pickle or even his channel, but you have that to look forward to if you're someone who liked the series and want to see more of it. That being said, you can still watch the series as is right now, even if it's not visible on my channel. It's unlisted. If you click on the playlist, you can go there and you can watch a little bit of it. It's the whole thing in order. Waste a couple hours of your life. So this video was mostly me just getting something off my chest. Normal uploads will be back again soon when I'm done with them. However, I wanted to get this out first just to address everything, because I can't just keep shunning its existence, because I've learned a lot from this series. Even if it did fail, it taught me a lot about myself, about how I film, and about how I write things, and how I can improve and make things better. Anyways, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this little video, and hopefully you got to know me a little better, at least as a content creator. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.